What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It is White Gamer. Today we have level 100 Winger built. We're going to have two different archetypes in this video. We're going to be starting off with the Spark. For your height, go with 5'11". You can go with 6 foot if you want, but I was using 5'11". Weight, we're going to go with 143 pounds. Make sure you get the height and weight combination that gives you the -4 balance and the +4 sprint speed. I do want to mention we are going to be unlocking the Spark Plus, which gives you the Quick Step Plus. It is the best one for the Spark. From the attributes, we're going to go with 95 agility. As a winger, you definitely want to be able to turn directions really quick. So that high agility helps out with that. Balance, we're going to get that to 95. Not only for protecting and shielding the ball, but balance does play a role in how well your pro can dribble, especially on those like 180 turns. Reactions, get that to 95. This is going to help out with the overall responsiveness of your pro and is very important for all the builds this year. Ball control, we're going to get that to 90. This will do more than job for your pro to trap the ball. We are going to go with the regular first touch play style. Dribbling, go with 95. This is going to keep the ball very close to your feet. Also, since we're going to have a rapid plus, your pro won't be taking those heavy touches or heavy knock-ons when you're running with the ball or running onto the ball. Composure, get that to 90. This is going to allow for your pro to give off good passes, good shots while you're under pressure. Also, when you're about to receive the ball and you're under pressure, composure also plays a role in that. Now, for the pace, we're going to go with 99 acceleration and 95 sprint speed. So in game, you will actually have 99 sprint speed. So you're going to have 99 pace, guys. And this is the only archetype that I actually felt the 99 pace on. It has to do, I think, with the quick step and the rapid plus combination. This build actually felt fast. It actually felt like the 99 pace. Now, for the jumping, we're going to go with 85 jumping. Now that we have more points, guys, put some jumping on. You might have a goalkeeper or the AI keeper kicks it out wide, and you're going to have a chance to win that aerial battle or just win the ball in general. Then we're going to go with some strength. You don't want to be a weak winger anymore. 90 strength is really good for a winger. It's going to make it difficult for opponents to push you off the ball. And then we also went with some aggression because aggression and strength plays a role in protecting and shielding the ball. You can go back to pitch note number 4 where they talked about strength and aggression. Goes hand in hand. And then we are going to put some stamina. For the little crybabies that want stamina on the build, stamina doesn't matter, guys. We went with 75 because the only thing stamina is good for is when you're sprinting, that little blue bar goes down a little bit slower and then it recovers a little bit quicker. That's the only thing stamina is good for. We put some on. You do not have to go with stamina, guys. If you want to save 27 attribute points and put it elsewhere, you are more than welcome to, but you don't need stamina. We're just putting it on just to make the little blue stamina go down a little bit slower. For the weak foot, go with the 5-star weak foot so you have the ability to shoot with either of your foot or even pass. Then for the skill move, go with the 5-star skill move. If you want, you can go with the 4-star. I know the 4-star will do the job for a majority of you guys. Most of the time I see people, they don't even do the 5-star skill moves, but we're going to go with the 5-star curve. We're going to get that to 95. The curve is going to be really good for those finesse shots. Also, when you do Travella passes are really good, especially from the wing. You can do a Travella cross and you can find your teammates. Long pass, get that to 90. This is going to help out with those through balls on the ground, any type of long pass that you do in the air, also when you're crossing. And then we're going to go with 80 short pass. This will do more than the job. We are going to have some crossing. 85 crossing is more than enough, guys. We're going to get the regular whip pass playstyle. I was able to get assists with 85 crossing and the whip pass playstyle. Then we're going to go with 90 vision. The vision determines how accurate those long passes come out. So you definitely want vision, and it also does play a role in finesse shots, which has been confirmed by the EA developer a couple months ago. Then from the scoring, we're going to go with 95 finishing and 90 shot power. So as long as you know how to aim and shoot, you're going to be scoring with this build. And like I mentioned at the start of this archetype, we are going to go with Spark Plus, which in my opinion, I think is the best, and it is a must as a winger having the Quick Step Plus. So we're going to be replacing the Trickster Plus. Now, I know the Trickster Plus is not only good just for skilling, but it does give you more agile when strafe dribbling. But the Quick Step Plus is like a must, guys. It really is a must. And then we're going to keep the Inventive Plus and the other ones because they're really good. Now, what you could do is you could take out the Inventive Plus and go with the Trickster Plus if you want. But since you have Tech Plus, the dribbling and all that stuff is going to feel amazing. The main reason we're keeping Inventive Plus is, guys, for those Travella passes. The Travella passes are really good. And then you can also do fancy passes as well. But like I said, you can replace the inventive with trickster if you really want to. Now, for the regular playstyles, we're going to go with a finesse shot. So you can cut in finesse. We're going to go with the low-driven shot. These two are a must. Low-driven shots have been overpowered this entire year. You can do low-driven finesse shots, which are very, very effective. Then we're going to go with incisive pass. So you can have the ability to send through passes way more accurate. Then we are going to go with the whip pass, guys. This is going to help out when you're crossing. If you do a Travella cross, which you can pull it off because you have the Inventive Plus, it is very, very good and hard for defenders to read that. Then we're going to go with the first touch, so your pro can take good control of the ball. Then we're going to go with the regular trickster. If you didn't go with the plus version, go with the regular one. Next, we're going to go with press proven. This keeps the ball very close to you. Also, if you ever need to shield the ball. Then for your last two, I would probably recommend Tiki Taka, guys. So you can do a give and go, a quick pass, a one-time pass, and start your run. And then for your last one, either long ball or ping pass or game changer. All up to you and how you play, guys. The ping pass is really good for those direct pass, but I would probably go with the game changer. So you have the ability to do Travella shots. So boys and girls, these are the play styles and attributes that we went for the level 100 Spark build. Now we have the Magician at Winger for level 100. Height, again, we're going to go with 5'11". You can go with 6 foot if you want. Weight, we're going to go as light as possible, 132 pounds. Make sure you go with the height and weight combination that gives you the -4 and the +4 stats. I do want to mention we're going to be going with the Invader, so you can get the Incisive Pass Plus at Winger. For your attributes, same as before, guys. Agility, get that to 95, high 90s. You want your pro turning directions very, very quick. Balance, get that to 95. The balance does play a role in dribbling, especially when you're doing those like 180 turns. And it also makes it difficult for opponents to push you off the ball. Reactions, we're going to go with 95. This is going to help out the overall responsiveness of your pro and the build. It'll feel way better when you have high reactions. Ball control, we're going to keep it at 90 or get it to 90. This is more than enough for your pro to trap the ball and do what you need to do when it comes to controlling the ball. Dribbling, get that to 95. This is going to keep the ball very, very close to your feet, especially since you have the Tech Plus. The dribbling on this build is going to feel really, really, really good. Composure, we're going to go with 94. We had a couple points left over, so we went and boosted up the composure. This will help your pro give off much better passes, much better shots while you're under pressure. Now, for the pace, we're going to max it out, go with 95 acceleration and 95 sprint speed. Remember, you are going to get a +4 sprint speed from the body and, yeah, from the height and weight. So you'll have 99 sprint speed in game. For the jumping, we're going to go with 85 jumping. Like I mentioned before, you definitely want to have some jumping ability so you can try to win that. Flick it to your teammates. Strength, we went with 85 strength, so you're not too weak. As a winger, we went with strength and aggression. Remember, aggression and strength, they both play a role in protecting and shielding the ball. This was confirmed back in pitch note number 4. Stamina, we went with 80, so we can get the quick stat play style. And then for your weak foot, get that 5-star weak foot so you have the ability to shoot or pass with either of your foot. Skill move, we went with the 5-star skill moves. If you want, you can go with the 4-star. The 4-star will be more than enough for like 95% of you guys. Then for the curve, we went with 95 curve. The curve is going to be really, really helpful for that finesse shot. And since you have the plus version, those finesse shot pluses are really, really good with that high curve. Long pass, we got that to 92 or max it out so we can get the incisive pass plus. 80 short pass will do more than the job. Then we got some crossing. Since you are playing this at winger, there's going to be times where the cross option will be open. Then we went with 90 vision. The vision does play a role not only in through balls, but a percentage in the finesse shot. And then attacking positioning, we had to get it to 90 in order to get the incisive pass plus. And then we went with 95 finishing and 90 shot power or submit that. And like I mentioned, you will get the Invader, which will give you the Incisive Pass Plus, guys. Incisive Pass Plus is really, really good for through balls. Very good for through balls. And if you give it a lot of power and you're on the wing, it's going to reach your striker and go through in front of the defense. So that's why we went with Incisive Pass Plus. I would recommend taking out the Chip Shot Plus. And then we're going to be going with the Incisive Pass Plus, like I mentioned. We have the Finesse Shot Plus, guys, which is really, really good. Especially inside the box. Not so much from outside the box. Don't get me wrong, I was able to score some finesse shots from outside the box. Mostly if you're using precision shooting. If you're using precision shooting, you could score some finesse shots from outside the box. not super consistently, but a bit more than used in regular shooting assistance. And then, of course, we kept Inventive Plus for those Travella passes, double tap passes, fancy passes. And then, of course, Tech Plus is a must, especially as a winger. You press RB or R1, and you can dribble really, really well. Control sprint dribbling, really good. Now, for your regular play styles, we're going to go with the low-driven shot, so you can do low-driven finesse shots, which are very, very effective against AI keepers and human goalkeepers. Next, since you are playing winger, we are going to go with the whip pass. This will give you the ability to perform much more accurate crosses. Then we're going to go with rapid, so when you're running or sprinting with the ball, your pro isn't taking those heavy touches or heavy knock-ons. We're going to go with the regular quick step, so your pro can accelerate a little bit quicker. Then we'll go with the first touch, so your pro isn't taking back control of the ball. We're going to go with the regular trickster. The good thing about trickster is when you do a fake shot, it does a unique fake ball roll that you can only pull off with the trickster. Next, go with the press proven. This will help you shield the ball a bit more effectively, and when you're just jogging with the ball will stay very, very close to your feet. And then next, we're going to go with the Tiki Taka for those one-time passes. And then last but not least, guys, you can go with the ping pass if you want, or the game changer. I would recommend going with the game changer so your pro can do those Travella shots. Sometimes you might have to pull them off. But boys and girls, these are the playstyles and attributes that we went for level 100 Magician for Winger. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to drop a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time.